Welcome back to another edition of Fly Tying for Beginners. Today we're going to tie a lively Legz Stonefly. This is a new product that I got from some friends of mine here in Pennsylvania, the company is. And it is livelylegz.com. And here is the smaller ones. These would be for a 14 or 16. And then you have a little larger ones, and that would be for a 12. And the largest ones would be for an 8, 10. We're going to make a stonefly, but you could use these to make mayfly nymphs. And they tell me that these really make a difference on your nymph patterns. We're going to use this large one. We're going to make a brown lively Legz stonefly. Look, I have in the vise is a 3 extra heavy, 2 extra long nymph hook. I'm going to add weight because you want that stonefly on the bottom. I'm going to use 20 thousandths lead wire on this size 8 hook. We're going to wrap that wire for the thorax, mostly on the thorax area. We're going to leave a little bit of space, maybe just about 1 eye length from the eye of the hook. And this moves, so put on 10 or 12 wraps. And then break off the excess. Go ahead and push them together. I'm going to use this olive brown thread. I'm going to start that behind the eye. And I'm about 1 eye length from the eye with the lead wraps. Go ahead and secure the lead wraps down. Break off that excess. I'm going to take, this is 1 mil Stretch Magic. This is clear. And I have a piece, and I took a brown Sharpie and I colored it. We're going to tie that in first. We're going to keep that right on top, and we want that to butt up against the lead wraps. You don't want to tie it so it's higher than the lead wraps. You want to keep that butted up against it. And make sure that stays on top. You can pull that as you're going back, and that'll kind of give you a little bit of a taper. And I can see I pulled some of that Sharpie off there. I'm just going to take it and mark it. You could even do this after you have it tied on. Now for the tail, I have brown Goose Biots. I'm going to take a pair of them. And with the Goose Biots, we want to use that natural curve to help get that tail to split. And we want that tail about 3/4 the length of the body. I'm going to tie that in right on the side. And bring that right back to your tie-in point. That split very nicely. Going to take the second one, size that up. We're going to tie it on the other side. And you can usually use the butt end of your Goose Biot to size it. You pull 2 of them off right next to each other, they should be the same size on the butt end. I'm going to take that Stretch Magic and I'm going to put 1 wrap right underneath behind the tail. I'm going to bring that up, and then I'm going to start to wrap it. I'm going to hold those tails because you could split them too far. Then you're going to wrap that Stretch Magic, touching turns. Got a little bit of marker problem there. Not a big deal. Let's take those with touching turns and move it up. Back that one off. There we go. And we're going to tie that off there. We have a nice divided tail and a nice shape to that abdomen. I'm going to pull the stretch magic and trim that off. Now I'm going to tie on a wing case, and this is Swiss straw that I colored with my Sharpie. That same brown color. I'm going to tie that on. We're going to secure that right there. And just tie the rest of that in. I'm going to take that lively leg, and you can see there's two legs pointing one direction and one leg pointing the other direction. The single leg would be the front leg. You see this tab on here, we're going to tie that tab in. I nipped the front of the tab first, and then I'm going to hold those legs out of the way so I can secure it without wrapping in the legs. And then we'll just fold them over and secure them at the front. Now I'm going to take, this is chestnut hair blend dubbing. I'm going to dub the thorax. I'm going to hold the legs out of the way, and I'm going to wrap the thorax. Need just a small pinch more. I always say it's easier to put on than to take off. Some hairs at the front there, we'll just pluck them off. I'm going to take the legs and I'm going to fold them over. I'm not going to pull on them, I'm just going to fold them over. Watch that front pair of legs. Get one wrap in there, then you can fold that front pair of legs down or back and secure it better. Now I have a tab there, I'm going to pull on that and trim it off. And we got a nice clean head there. Going to take the wing case. We're going to fold that over. We're going to tie that in. Watch the legs. Put a few wraps on top of it, and then lift that up and put some wraps in front to lock that in. And then you can easily trim that off tight. Go ahead and clean up that head. Going to hit that with the whip finish. Just going to tease that dubbing just a little bit. And here we have a lively Legz Stonefly. Hope that you learned something from this video. Hope you would subscribe to my channel. Please refer me to your friends. Leave comments, questions, suggestions, and most of all, thank you very much for watching my videos.